We're going to go ahead and get started. Just a couple of very brief remarks. I know everyone's here to do networking and find out about some of these very great opportunities here within Mount Vernon Triangle. But before we get started, I definitely want to recognize Jerome Raymond. If Jerome's in the room, raise your hand. So a lot of this information you see here today, this entire event and this presentation, Jerome, took the lead in putting all this together. So definitely much appreciation to him. If you have any questions on the real estate and planning side, please see Jerome. Our agenda today on lunch and networking, a very brief welcome from our host, Mark Wood at AAMC. I will give you a short overview of the Mount Vernon Triangle community. We'll talk a little bit about some of the featured opportunities, additional networking for you all, and then before you get out of here, we're going to do a door prize raffle. So if you haven't dropped your business card into the bowl outside, please do so. I hear there's some very great prizes. So Mark.
Welcome, brokers, to 655 K Street and to the AAMC's living room. My name is Mark Wood. I'm the Director of Facilities and Real Estate with AAMC, and I had the privilege and honor of being involved in the project from the shovel in the ground all the way through the packing crates and move into the new building 2 years ago, or 2.5 years ago. And when Kenyattah asked me if I would prepare some opening remarks, it caused me to think about 5 years ago, back in 2011, when we were doing the bus tour with our board of directors and leadership, and we landed across the street at the Mount Vernon Library looking across at the site. I mean, after that, it really wasn't close. I mean, when we considered the energy, even back there was a very different neighborhood 5 years ago. We didn't have the development across the street and Boston Properties building for the law firm. But even back then, 5 years ago, you could feel the energy of the neighborhood. There was the mix of the residential development going on, the retail, and the commercial all sort of converging together. And that really motivated us to choose this site to build our building. And our board of directors was very clear to us about our embracing the association, embracing the neighborhood, and we've tried to do that in a big way. It'd be evidenced with us hosting events. I'm on the board of directors of the Mount Vernon CID, and so we've been fortunate in that decision to locate in the Mount Vernon Triangle, and there's further evidence of the relationship of the neighborhood being the Mount Vernon Triangle CID, Community Improvement District, rather than a BID, because we get the importance of all three of those constituencies. And in the 2.5 years that we've been in the building, we occupy roughly 75–80% of the building, and we've been able to attract as subtenants into the building several like-missioned organizations. We've got the Dental Education Association that rents an entire floor of space in the building, Physicians Assistant Association that rents part of one of the floors in the building, and the Veterinary Medical Association. So we're well on our way to having the building fully leased between the AAMC and other like-mission organizations. So that's a sort of a brief story of how the AAMC landed here at 655 K Street, and just to express our gratitude for you coming out today. And without further ado, I'll turn it over to Kenyattah.
All right, thanks, Mark. Really quickly, I'm going to just go through these slides very quickly. We'll make them available to you should you like to have access to them. But three things I want to convey today. One, the access and the location. It's unbeatable right here in the heart of downtown Washington. Two, the growth path. We're growing exponentially, and you'll see that in some of the slides we present. And then three, just the vibrancy of the community. We have some of our retailers here. They're integrally important to work we do. Tessa from Bake Joint back there with some great cookies. John from Politics and Pros and Busboys, as well as Ace Hardware here as well. We thought it was very important to have some of our retailers who bring that level of authenticity and integration to be here with you all as well to help tell the story of Mount Vernon Triangle. So located in the heart of downtown Washington, D.C., I know as brokers, you think in terms of submarkets, and so we're located in the East End submarket, close to NOMA, but really central to all of the submarkets you see here. In terms of accessibility, one, we're highly walkable. If you consider our epicenter 5th and K Street, you can get most anywhere downtown within the East End market within a 10-minute walk, even a Union Station within 15 minutes from 5th and K, probably faster along some of the perimeter edges of the community. Walkscore.com gives us a 98 walk score, which is basically a walker's paradise. Highly bikeable. For those employees who like to take bicycle transportation to work, 4 bike share locations with access to a number of the established bike routes here in Washington, D.C. Bike score of 91. Transit-oriented. The circulator bus route passes along Massachusetts Avenue with 3 stops. It's also the location of, should the streetcar expand, the location of the streetcar network down K Street, with a number of Metro Rail stops within close walking distance to the community. And then highway accessible, 395. You can access 395 very close to the Capitol Crossing project, which provides you access to New York Avenue and Massachusetts Avenue going east-west, and then New Jersey Avenue going north-south. So in terms of the community, Mark talked a little bit about what used to be here. Lots of parking lots. This is before our action agenda and the CID was established back in 2003 and 2004. The action agenda, which was a planning document that really paved the way for a lot of what you see here, was established in 2003, and then the CID, the Business Improvement District, we're a community improvement district, we were established in 2004. And then this is what you see today as a result of a lot of thoughtful planning and careful coordination. Really a mixed-use community, the definition of a mixed-use community with commercial office pretty much located along the core and then the southern parts of the CID, heavy residential in the central, and then other historic and retail uses as well. The little white strips, that showcases ground floor retail, so you can see really where the retail corridors are located within the community. So now, Mount Vernon Triangle is a great place to live, work, do business, and entertain. Heavy density within a half-mile radius with lots of disposable income. A young community, 41% ages 20 to 34. Large number of workers, daytime working population within the community. 6 headquarters relocations in and around Mount Vernon Triangle. You see, we're here at 1 headquarters relocation, AAMC. You see 1 going in there, Owner and Porter just behind us, Venable, APAC, and 1 other that's coming into the community. DC Bar. I'll be there in 30 minutes. And then to entertain, the convention center located nearby, the Verizon Center, and then one of the things that really adds to our vibrancy, 600 plus outdoor dining seats at some of our restaurant retail, primarily located along K Street. You have some of we think of ourselves as a very authentic community that's dynamic, engaging, and approachable. And you see this with a lot of our retail being local retail, Tessa and Bake Joint feature prominently. Our attention to some of the history of the neighborhood, even as we continue to develop today, is represented within this community. This building, for example, if you look along K Street, there are 3 historic buildings that have been incorporated very carefully into the fabric of this new structure here. In terms of the growth, for those of you who are analytically oriented, you'll see from 2000 to 2016 tremendous growth in office space use, with additional projected growth from 2016 to 2021 in the out years. And so if you look over the 20-year trend, 320% growth in office space here in the community. The headquarters relocations that we just spoke to, including DC Bar. Residential uses, having the nighttime population of residents in the community really helps make this community not just an 8-hour-a-day community, but an 18-hour-a-day community. And you'll see the growth trend mirrors that of commercial office. And so some of the projects that have delivered recently, the Lyric, Meridian 2, 460 NYA. We have projects that are under construction that'll deliver within the next year or 2. We had a delivery just this past October, the Aspen, right at 4th and L. And then we have a robust pipeline of projects that really signal market strength within this community for projects here. Retail. Retail, as commercial offices has grown, so has retail, to provide options for employees and also residents here in the community. Major retail leasing, RPM, of course, number of restaurants, and then also some fitness brands, Orange Theory Fitness and SoulCycle, so more lifestyle brands as well. So the MVT CID, we are an organization that provides day-to-day professional oversight of the community to help enable this growth. First and foremost is our Clean and Safe mission with Leon Johnson, managing our 7-member clean team who provide sun-up to sundown coverage here in the community, marketing and community events, real estate and economic development, parks, art and culture activities, transit and public realm improvements, and then stakeholder advocacy. So the featured opportunities that we're going to provide to you all here today, the first being 300 K Street. The little red block here indicates where that building is located relative to the CID boundaries. You'll see 233,000 square feet of Class A office. Wilkes Company and Quadrangle, they're leading that effort. Meany and Oliver, they're here in the back. Martin and his team to talk about that opportunity. Opportunity 2, 953rd, again, Wilkes and Quadrangle, 118,000 square feet of Class A office with Meany and Oliver representing that opportunity. 1001 6th Street, that's Boston Properties and Stewart Investments, over close to 500,000 square feet of Class A office with Boston Properties here to discuss that opportunity. 455 Mass, located between 4th and 5th on Massachusetts Avenue. That building is a currently occupied, stabilized building. Opportunities are present within the next, currently and within the next few years, totaling 231,000 square feet of Class A office. And so we have the team from Avison Young and ASB here to represent that project. The DC Bar building at 901 4th Street. DC Bar, they're building 100,000 square feet. They plan to, just like AAMC did, they plan to sublease 25,000 square feet of Class A office. That asset's located at 4th and I, with the team from Saville Studley representing that opportunity. And then 111 Mass Avenue, owned by Douglas Development, almost 400,000 square feet of Class A office planned for that building with the CBRE team here to represent that opportunity. So that was a brief overview of Mount Vernon Triangle. Hopefully you all definitely saw the growth story and will consider conveying to your clients and potential tenants why they should make Mount Vernon Triangle their home when they look for new office space. Thank you. So now enjoy the additional networking. Please grab some food and we'll do the door prize raffle at about 12:45.